friends, I hope you're having an inspiring day. So today we are doing another best of video, and I love these sorts of videos because I get to show you my favorites of my favorite brands. And today we are talking about my favorite, or one of my favorite, denim brands, and that is Levi's jeans. Now Levi's has such a rich history and brand history. I think that the vintage Levi's market really speaks to that, but also I feel like their quality is so incredible. It really rivals those designer denim prices without a designer denim price tag. If you've seen any of my previous videos, these silhouettes that I'm showing you today are actually a little bit different than the ones I've shown you in the past. I did a little bit of a deep dive and realized that there were a lot of pairs of denim that I hadn't been wearing anymore, and they were just kind of outdated to my style, so I ended up either donating or selling them. And the silhouettes today are the ones I wear most often, and are also the ones I feel like are the more trendy silhouette styles for denim right now. I will preface this video and share some of my personal bodily details so you know how to kind of compare it to yourself. Now, I'm about 5'6", 5'7", and I am normally wearing a size 4. I'm normally a size 26 or 27 waist. That's also a personal preference. I could probably also fit into a size 25, but I personally like my jeans to have a little bit more room and give to them. And I'm about 120 to 125 pounds, if that gives you a little bit of a reference point in terms of my size. And in terms of body shape, I'm definitely a more straight style body shape. I don't have many curves. So that is kind of my body type. But without further ado, let us get into the first Levi's silhouette. The first pair of Levi's silhouettes we're going to talk about are the ones I am wearing, and that is the Ribcage jeans. Now, the Ribcages are actually one of the pairs that I featured in my previous video, but I love them so much they have become a mainstay in my closet. One of the main features of the Ribcages are, by its name, you can probably tell that they are super, super high rise. So my belly button sits right here, and this sits right above my belly button. I personally find super high rise jeans to be the most comfortable. That is just my sentiments. I know the low rise, mid rise jean is trying to come back, but I am here for being held in my center area. The other thing about Ribcages is that they do come in a different leg silhouettes. So these are the Ribcage straights. This one also had some pre-distressing on them. Now, if you can see by the end of where the jeans kind of cut off, it's actually a little bit of a shorter jean. Not quite a cropped length, but definitely not floor sweeping. In terms of enclosures, we've got a button fly like most classic Levi's jeans. Here is the butt here. Now, you don't have a lot of lifting action. I do find that a lot of really high-waisted jeans don't really give you that tuck underneath the bum, mostly because they are straight leg and they're not supposed to be super tight or form-fitting. But you do have a little bit of, I know what people call a pancake butt. To be honest, I'm okay with that. I'm not necessarily looking for a bubble butt in my jeans, but I do find that these jeans look really put together. I like straight leg pants in general. I also love my Everlane straight leg pants, which I know you guys know very well, but these feel very similar to them and are super comfortable. Again, straight leg, light wash, and super, super high rise. Just to show you guys a variation, these are also another pair of Ribcage jeans that I have. Now this one actually has a couple of key little differences. So the other ones I was showing you were Ribcage straights. These are actually called Ribcage flares, and it's a very subtle flare out, but if you see at the leg portion of it, it does kind of taper outwards just a little bit. One other thing with this pair of jeans, just to take into consideration, is this is actually a size 28. So like I said, I typically wear a 26 to 27. 27 I would say is my comfortable Levi's size. This 28 here just gives me a little bit of extra room, but like I said, I really don't mind a looser jean. In general, I just find that they're super comfortable when they're just a little bit looser. Now the Ribcage jeans in general, I would say don't have a ton of stretch to them. They're not as rigid as like a classic 501 non-stretch jean, but definitely not super, super stretchy like your typical high-waisted skinny jean. For our next silhouette, we are talking about a pair that I feel like isn't talked about very much. I feel like it was introduced early last year or late last year, and it didn't really get a lot of love for some reason. I'm not sure if it's because it is a newer style for Levi's, but I fell in love with the way that it looked, how it kind of gave off a really vintage vibe, and it is this pair of Levi's balloon leg jeans. Now, balloon leg jeans in general, I feel like were really trendy last year, and it's definitely carrying into this year. Basically categorized by the fact that you see the pair of jeans kind of taper outwards and then back in, kind of like a balloon. Now, in terms of the height, in terms of the waist area, it is still super high-waisted, which again is my personal preference. I really like, again, the fact that it has that kind of different silhouette that makes these jeans kind of look really different. Not your average typical type of jean, and kind of already gives you that stylistic look to your outfit without wearing anything super crazy. Definitely a little bit more fashion forward, not the same as the other pairs that I have in terms of the zipper enclosure. That's definitely something that's very different about the balloon style jean. In terms of the back area, definitely not super flattering. It definitely gives you a little bit of a saggy butt, but I think that that is, again, just part and parcel of the style of denim that we are in right now. I personally am very happy with it. I don't need something lifting and tucking my butt. I just really want to be comfortable, and I feel like these also give off a really effortless vibe. In terms of length, it is definitely a cropped length. It sits above my ankle, and when I raise up my leg, it does kind of taper up higher. This is a very classic colorway, but I believe you can get them in a bunch of different colors as well. The next silhouette is a tried and true, loved favorite in my collection, and probably the piece and silhouette that will stay in my collection the longest. I think it has the longest staying power, and it is the classic 501 Levi's jeans. This one I think is considered a Levi's cropped 501, just because now that I'm thinking about it, it is a little bit shorter than some of the other 501s that I've seen online. But for me, they're a perfect length. I like something that sits just right above my ankle to kind of show off my shoe. The 501s are most recognized for their deep heritage and history, but the silhouette has kind of evolved over the years. This is actually a little bit more of like an acid wash style pair, but it's definitely the one that I've had in my closet the longest, and I feel like never really goes out of style. So it's kind of a cross between, it is definitely a straight leg and high-waisted, not quite as high as the rib cages, so they don't sit up as high, although I do tend to pull them up like that. Again, same size, I wear a 27 in them. Now, in terms of the like leg style, again, it tapers a little bit, but really for the most part, it is a straight leg pant. It does have a little bit of a tighter butt area and thigh area than some of the other sisters and brothers to the 501s, but if there's a pair of Levi's that you want to invest in that's going to last you through the ages, I would most definitely recommend the 501 pair. And as mentioned, the 501s do come in a couple of different silhouettes. This pair here is actually the 501 skinnies. So as you can tell, it's a little bit of a longer leg. It also is a much skinnier leg, more specifically when it comes to the calf style area. Now, this pair of jeans still has the 501 looser butt area and the high waistline. However, it is fairly tight on the bottom. Now, something to consider when you're picking up a 501 skinny is the fact that these jeans, 501 denim in general, is pretty much non-stretch. So it does feel a little bit constricting where the tight areas are, so where your knees are and your calf is. You do have to wear these jeans in a little bit more than you would a pair of denim that has stretch already built into it. The other thing about 501s is it is also a button fly, very classic for the classic Levi's jeans in general. I would recommend the straight legs mostly because I find that they're more comfortable, and to be honest, I'm not really wearing skinny jeans all that much. But if you are into the 501 look, a little bit like of a looser fit on the top portion, but you like a skinnier leg, then the 501 skinnies are definitely a great option. Again, I have them in this sort of distressed black, and I feel like it gives off a really cool look, but this is probably the pair that I wear least often. All right, this next silhouette is definitely a crowd pleaser and a crowd favorite. It is the Wedgie straights. Now, they look a lot like the 501 crops that I have, obviously a little bit of a different wash, still a light wash. If you can't tell, it's probably my favorite style in terms of color of denim from Levi's, but more specifically, the wedgie straights are more well known for how they hug your butt. So in the back here, you'll notice that it's a lot of a tighter fit in terms of the hip and butt area. As a result, this pair of jeans is a lot stretchier than the 501 denim, I'd say. Still not a huge amount of stretch like a classic pair of skinny jeans, but more stretch than the 501s. Now, as its name suggests, it is meant to be like a wedgie. So it's supposed to sit really high up into your butt area. Now, I think that if you got like the tight size for you, so for me, that would be a 25 or 26. Again, these are a 27. Then it would probably sit up even higher into my butt crack. But like, I don't really want a wedgie when I'm wearing wedgie jeans. Like, that just doesn't seem comfortable. So these are the wedgie straights in my size, my preferred size, which is a 27, categorized very specifically by the tighter hip area, the tighter butt area. The straights obviously are straight legs. You can get wedgies in a couple of different silhouettes as well, but I would say the wedgie straights are probably the most classic or the most iconic. It is also a button fly enclosure, but the most important thing about these pair is the fact that it's got that tight hip area. And last but not least, the silhouette that I feel like does not get very much love these days because it's considered to be out of style, is the Levi's skinny jeans. Now, skinny jeans with Levi's, they have quite a few different styles. They have the 711, which I showed you in the last Levi's collection video, which I actually got rid of. These are the 721 high-rise jeans with distressing. Now, I actually found these at a Winners or a Marshalls, something like that, and this is actually not my size at all. This is a size 29, which is 2 sizes larger than even like the sized up version, but I don't feel like they look like a 29. And here's the thing, skinny jeans are meant to be super tight and like basically second skin. I don't personally like that look or style anymore, I'd say. But when I got these, which was about 1.5 years ago, something when I put them on just felt so comfortable. And I think the reason for that is because typically skinny jeans, as I mentioned, are stretchier in nature. So these ones are super stretchy. Now, when you size up a ton, it's still tight because it's meant to be super skin tight to your body. But in a size 29, I feel a lot more comfortable in these, almost like they are a hybrid between a straight leg and a skinny leg, because they do just have a little bit more room everywhere for me to move around in. And they are probably the pair that I find to be the most comfortable because they are like sweatpant material, because they are so stretchy, but they're also loose. They do not slide off my body. They do still have that stretch, but I do feel so great in them. Now, I don't wear these jeans a ton just because when I'm wearing jeans, I typically want to have like a stylized look put together. But these would be, I would say, the ones I would travel in, the ones that I would go on a road trip in, just because they are just so comfortable. I wish they didn't have all of this distressing, but like I said, I found it at a Marshalls or a Winners, so I didn't really have a choice, and it was also, I think, on clearance, so that was another added bonus. But if you are looking for a good pair of skinny jeans, I would definitely recommend the 721 high rises. As the name suggests, it is high rise. It is a stretchier fabric. If you were to get your exact size, it would definitely sit high up and really hug your bum and give you a really nice curve, and have that lifting action that people love in skinny jeans. Like I said, that's just not my preferred style, but if you're looking for a pair of skinny jeans, the 721s are chef's kiss. And that is it for my updated Levi's collection review and try on. I hope that was helpful for you. I know that Levi's has just so many different silhouettes and styles. It can sometimes be hard to figure out which one is the best for you, especially today when some of us aren't able to actually go in store and try them on. But Levi's, I believe, has a really good return policy, as does a lot of the online retailers that carry Levi's. So I would definitely pick them up, try them on, and kind of discover your perfect size in the brand. Like I said, a lot of people would say normally that I would wear a 25, that would be my perfect size, but for me, the size in Levi's that I feel the most comfortable in is a 27. So you kind of just have to test and play around with it and figure out what your best relationship with the brand is. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big inspired thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on Levi's, what your favorite silhouettes are, as well as if there are any collection or brand favorite videos that you'd want me to share. I'm trying to think of a couple others, but let me know in the comments below if you have any best of suggestions. If you are new to the Inspire family, thank you so much for giving this video a watch. We hope you'll join us and subscribe. OG Inspired fam, you have been through this Levi's legacy with me because I basically worn Levi's and Everlane jeans are the only jeans that I wear. So if you've ever seen me in jeans, that's probably one of these pairs or a pair of my 2 Everlane pairs. But with that, friends, I hope you have an inspiring rest of your day. Remember that kindness doesn't cost a thing, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!